Try to go, all right, people. Innit?
Okay. All right, people. It's LFC Sonny here today.
What's this, man? Roles reverse.
Go for it, mate. Go for it. Let's hear your best.
Yeah. So it's your boy Bitz and Bobz.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Easter Monday to everyone. Sonny, mate. Good Easter. You were saying. I think the best part of the weekend was Chelsea conceding five.
What I message you? Imagine going the whole of March not conceding. Then you go and play West Brom, who are getting relegated, and concede 5 at Stamford Bridge. It's wild, but yeah, it brightened my day up because it was early kickoff as well, so it was a good start to the day.
It was a good day for you guys, though. Good night, good evening for you guys, right? Good evening for you guys. I mean, easy win, basically. Arsenal didn't even look like they're trying, you know. Arsenal looked like they were playing like Aubameyang's haircut, to be honest.
Oh, it's peak.
Looking like North London's Travis Scott. What do you think?
Oh, the haircut doesn't help, does it? For me, the difference is Jota, man. I've said this multiple times. I think when you have a guy like Jota who comes in and gets the goals, and we struggle to score, once he starts scoring, we get the first goal in games, we can score more because he gives confidence to the players around you.
Big up to Sakaya. No need to go over the Arsenal.
I think we might have to.
We might have to. Listen, welcome to the show. If you're new, or if you're here, please like and subscribe. Also, Sonny's channel is in the description.
Thank you.
You can get every week, man. I put in the football addiction. So yeah, let's get it, man. So obviously the title is Chelsea got baggied. So obviously, what is the game?
Got nice in there. 5-2. I told you this before we went live. I don't rate Chelsea's defense. It's not there for me. I think the game.
You there?
Yeah. I had the thing on in the background. I had to mute it. The Chelsea's defense, it doesn't fill me with any confidence. Thiago Silva coming in. Fair enough, he's a good centre-back. He's also 36. He's only got a few years left in him, and that's in life. That's not even football. So there's only so much he can actually do for Chelsea. I've never rated the likes of Rudiger, Christensen, and I've always seen this coming. Long term, if they stay in the team, you're going to start to notice things. And we've seen that against West Brom. You conceded 5 goals at home. Like, there was shit defending there. Don't get me wrong, West Brom were good. But Big Sam, you don't concede 5 goals to Big Sam's West Brom.
Does West Brom, does a Big Sam team score 5 goals though, Sonny?
Against Chelsea?
No. literally, 5 goals. Do you know what I mean? And some of the goals were quite good.
I didn't even know West Brom had a combined 5 goals this season. I've just seen them getting slapped every week, and then they play Chelsea and they turn it round.
Rudiger did not play yesterday. If you're a Chelsea fan, we're gonna go through the team anyway. Lingard on the break 1-0. Yeah, we saw that. Please, if you're new, subscribe. Sonny's link is there as well, so please support the guy. Right, okay, Chelsea 2, West Brom 5. The game was at the Bridge, Sonny. Okay, the lineup was Mendy, Mr. Tickle. Thiago Silva made a short cameo. Aspie, Zuma, Reece James, Alonso, Kovacic, Jorginho, Werner, Ziyech, and Ziyech or Ziyech, whichever one, and Christian Pulisic. So the team, I'm sure Chelsea Twitter was very confident. They didn't see any harm. It was probably going to be.
You could put 11 men out you've never heard of. It's West Brom. They're getting relegated.
As a Man United fan, I'm not here to. Oh my God, has he scored again? Has Lingard scored again?
I've not got it on.
No way, he just done that.
Okay, no, man. I need West Brom. I need them to drop points as well.
Wow, Wolves are shit. Flipping out. Declan Rice, and they're worried about no Declan Rice. Anyway, sorry, guys. Yeah. So anyway, Chelsea against West Brom. Boy, I'm just looking at the score now. Sorry, guys. So the 5-2, right? Obviously, we didn't think it was going to. Maybe we would have seen a 5-2, but obviously the other way around.
The other way.
You know what I mean? The other way. So obviously, we need to talk about Pulisic scores. It was a good goal and stuff. Now, Pulisic, people call him Captain America. What's your unpopular opinion on Pulisic. All jokes aside.
I was criticizing Hazard earlier for not living up to what he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Pulisic, even in the same breath as Hazard, is from what I've been hearing, is disrespectful to say the least. Like this guy cannot be put into a bracket with many other footballers. He's injured all the time. I heard someone actually say this the other day. No ways it's true, but it took the piss. Apparently, he's too scared to shoot with his other hamstring. I was like, you're taking the piss. But if you're getting injured every week, then what's the point in even being good? You can be good. If you're getting injured every other week, you might as well just be a shit footballer.
Well, for me, yeah, I think my unpopular opinion of him, he will never be Hazard. And I think some people are expecting that, mate. I think some people are expecting him to just basically take over the banner, as I say. But we needed G-Wax24. Listen, mate, if you've got YouTube, jump on, bro. Come on the YouTube link. We need Kante. You would not have noticed we got that red card. So much holes in the midfield. Listen, your midfield looked like Apollo FC, man. Pack of
By the way, Tuchel is to blame. Tuchel's to blame. I'm not having any of this. Tuchel was awful.
Why is he to blame? Why is he to blame, though, Sonny?
He didn't change anything from what I seen. I didn't look at any of that picture, and I seen no difference to before Thiago Silva got taken off.
But Sonny, you just said that it's West Brom, though.
It is West Brom, but when you get a man sent off, you got to do something, man.
So if it's West Brom, right? Okay, you're 10 men. After the red card, in fact, let's talk about the red card. It's 2 bookable, isn't it? It's 2 bookable challenges. You know, the first one's probably stupid and clumsy. And the second one, I don't know. I've seen a few people say it was harsh. Is it harsh?
For me, it's debatable. I think he get a block on the ball. He might miss the ball. I'm not sure what it is, but I know he dived in, which he shouldn't be doing in the first place. He dived in when I don't think he had to. I don't actually know if he connected fully with the player or not, but obviously he followed through a little bit and he got sent off, which you can't complain about, but it's definitely debatable.
But then, Sonny, in the laws of the game now, you know, if you raise your foot.
Yeah, it was quite high, to be fair, yeah.
If you raise, and he had both up, so, I mean, he's got to go, right? Anyway, he gets sent off. Big up to everyone in the cut. Please smash a like. Tuchel is a dead coach. All this Chelsea hype shows how dead tactically the Premier League is. Guy couldn't even get his best out of. Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know about that.
Sorry, what's your response to that? Thank you, D'Angelo, for your comment.
I never thought Tuchel was a dead coach, but when he actually took over Chelsea, I was like, this isn't going to work. Like, this won't work, because I thought Tuchel was a coach where he might just do well until the end of the season. I don't see any long-term things with Tuchel, because what he done at PSG didn't fill me with any confidence for him as a manager. But what he's done so far at Chelsea,
final, they'll say.
He did get to a Champions League final, but for me, you need to be doing better with that PSG team. I think for me, go on.
To get beat off Bayern Munich is not an embarrassment.
No, it's not embarrassing to get beat by Bayern Munich. But looking at the whole scheme of things, I think he should be doing a lot better with that PSG team. I think even like the odd losses in the actual French league, I get you're always going to lose a few games, but you literally shouldn't be losing any game in the French league when you're PSG. You're a million miles better than everyone else. And for me, it happened too often with Tuchel. But what he's done so far at Chelsea, it's really impressive. I mean, like I said, they went the whole March without conceding a goal. This isn't Tuchel's team either. That's why you have to give him credit. He's not made any signings. He's not brought any players into the team from PSG, from wherever. So you have to give him at least next season so he gets his own team, because he's going to be backed. And that's the best thing if you're a Chelsea fan. You know the manager's getting backed.
Yeah, 100% definitely getting backed, right? So, obviously, I think the funny part of the red card was that we'll come to that comment soon, Sonny. I think the funny part right, was that West Brom scored 2 goals before halftime.
Yeah,
literally scored 2 goals before halftime, and like, Sonny, like, if you're the Chelsea players, right? Surely you must think, right, keep it tight. But after Thiago went off, they still had possession. They were still going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a point when they were three on 2.
On the counter.
They were still 3 on 2, I believe it was. Do you know what I mean? In counter-attacks. So, I mean, it's not all Tuchel's fault, is it?
Well, obviously something at half time didn't go quite right because they conceded another 3 in the second half. I just felt he could have made more changes. Like, he didn't really change the way they were playing up. And for me, you could see it coming a mile off that West Brom were just going to keep scoring more. I tweeted out when West Brom scored like 3 goals. I was like, if West Brom got something about them, they'll go for 7 because they can score 7. They scored 5, which is fair enough. That won them the game. I could see it a million miles away that West Brom would have just kept on scoring and scoring, and they did.
Well, I mean, there was 7 goals in total, so you got something right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Just going to come to this comment. Sonny, how are you confident against Madrid when you have Kabak and Phillips? Just because you beat crap team like Arsenal, you shouldn't be confident.
You know what? Yeah,
right.
I'm going to go straight away. I'm not even going to give you my opinions. I'm going to give you facts. Every single game Kabak and Phillips have played or started together, they haven't conceded. I'm not even going to argue. They haven't conceded when they've started together. That's all I need to say. There's no point me giving you my opinion on them players. That's facts. When Kabak and Phillips have started together, they have not conceded a goal.
Is that how it is, Sonny? Yeah.
I don't even need to give my opinions when there's facts like that, man.
Is that the new pairing in the Premier League now? Clean sheet squad.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I tweeted this out. We buy Kabak, let's sell Phillips and Kabak as a partnership, 120 million. Let's go fund Haaland.
Oh my goodness! Okay, so Abdi, does that? Sorry, what's Fat Hill? Hopefully that answers your question. Sonny, based on your logic, Arsene Wenger should have done a lot better in the UCL when he had Vieira, Henry, and Adams Perez. Could I come on this and talk, Bobz? Abdi, where are you based? If you've got a web camera, you want to come on and give your opinion. 100%, my friend. So we'll see. Just hit me up.
What's that a reply to, though? Because based on my logic about that, I don't know what that's replying to. I forget what I said.
Oh, because of the chat, because of what you said on Tuchel.
No. But if you watch Tuchel, even the eye test, statistically, everything Tuchel should have been doing better. And you need to pull that out as a manager. And when Tuchel never looked at like an attractive manager as well to come to your club, because the players he had, I thought he could have been playing much better football. And don't get me wrong, it's not always about football at the end of the day, but he was only winning the French league, which that's a normality over there for PSG.
Well, not really, no, because right now,
they're still gonna win it. You know how it works over there. Unless Pochettino somehow actually comes in and bottles it. How has he brought the Tottenham mentality to France? I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Literally. What's this? Central FC, big up to you. Win some, lose some. On calls, look at this game, look at United game. Some instance, different outcome. Yeah, but I hear you, Sentiment FC. I hear you. Okay, big up, Sonny. Big up to you, man. D'Angelo, when Chelsea lost 5-2 to West Brom, that shows that your team isn't even defensively sound as much as people 1-0 then lost 5-2. Gives me hassle vibes.
Exactly.
What, do you know what? Obviously, tomorrow, if you are a Chelsea fan or even a football fan, tomorrow at 7 o'clock, I will be hosting the first Chelsea podcast on this channel. Anita, Charlotte, Prime, Monster, and hopefully Carefree Lewis will be coming on as well. But yeah, Sonny, you go 10 men down, right? Chelsea still have enough to beat them, right?
100%. They could have went 2 men down. It's West Brom. I don't think we actually realise how bad West Brom are. Like, they're getting relegated. They've just won a game 5-2, but they're still getting relegated. They're that bad.
I sent you a Twitter on DM. Okay, no problem, mate. D'Angelo, it's not Kabak, it's and Phillips, it's Thiago. Listen, I mean, I think you need to remember, Liverpool played a poor Arsenal team. Do you know what I mean?
Arsenal played a good Liverpool team.
Okay, do you know what, Sonny? We're on it, right? Quick segue to Liverpool. Address the game for them because, by the way, just for the record, you will see Sonny back on this channel for the coping mechanism on Thursday evening. But hey, Sonny, man, for the people that are here, your opinion on the game.
So Jota came on in like 55th minute, something like that. The average substitution. Before that, I look like Jota.
You look like Jota, mate. You look like Jota.
I play like Jota as well. If you see me, man, trust me, I play like him too. But before Jota came on, before he came on, for me, we were having the same problems. Like, we were playing the team off the park, which is what we usually do. We usually hold possession, but we still couldn't. The finishing wasn't an issue. It's more creating clear-cut chances. And if we did, we didn't look like we were going to finish them. Then we brought Jota on, started the second half, or nearabouts there. He comes on. Trent delivers a beauty of a cross. I tell you now, that's Mane, Firmino, Salah. It's not going in the back of the net. It's a tough header. Jota just buries it with his head. I don't even know how he gets that much power on a header. We've seen him do it for Portugal last week, carrying Ronaldo as you do. He's done it for Liverpool this week. I just think Jota, this might sound weird, but for me, Jota is, if we win the Champions League or if we finish in the top 4, it will be because of Jota, in my opinion, because...
Wait, Sonny, fall back, Sonny.
Go on.
If we finish in the top 4...
Yes?
Steady.
Come on, Wolves. Get 3-3.
Carry on.
We got a chance.
Be easy, bro. Be easy.
There's a lot of teams above us, but we still got a chance. I'm saying the reason it would be down to Jota for me is because the massive issue this season is obviously it's been injuries. I don't even need to speak about that. It's been confidence for me as well. But Jota coming in, him even just getting the first goal in these games, which we never get, that spurs on confidence for the rest of the team to go and get the second goal, the third goal. And that's happening against Arsenal. Because Salah, as good as he's been this season, top scorer in the Premier League, you can't always rely on the same person getting the first goal. So it's good we got 2 now, him and Jota, because Mane this season, Firmino this season, very poor. So we need to stop relying on one or 2 plays. We need to try to come together as a whole. So because those players are now getting the first goals, I think that's going to help the whole team.
I think Klopp's a failure anyway. You know, he's failed to defend the league. You know, it's all right. Anyone can win it. Claudio Ranieri won it. Actually, no, not anyone, because Pochettino and Spurs should have won it. They didn't. But anyway, back to this Chelsea game. Excuse me, 2 seconds. So the Tuchel game, right? My unpopular opinion of Tuchel, okay, is that he talks good, and some of his games is good, but I think when you expect for him to go on now, dominate, it doesn't happen. So is he just what's the word? A stone in the pond? What's that? Just a flash in the pan? Maybe? Because everyone was saying Chelsea are back. They're this, they're that. You know? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's too early to say because for me, when I watched Lampard, I think it was about a year ago, he had a good run of form. This Tuchel thing is more than a good run of form, but Tuchel's a better manager than Lampard.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we need to give it a little bit more time. I said this again, this isn't Tuchel's team, but Tuchel's team, when it's his team, they might even be worse than this. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to give it time as a whole for me.
Guys in the comments, please let us know your unpopular opinion on Chelsea. I mean, Sonny can discuss it because, you know, I feel like we can't shy away from this result, honestly. Abdi, I will send you the link, my friend. Sonny, I'm just going to send them the link and then we'll...
Yeah, cool. Everyone hit the like button as well. Make sure you're subscribed. You have notifications on so you don't miss any of these.
100%.
Every Monday.
Every Monday, 100%. So, right, okay. So, Abdi, I've sent you the link. Guys, what's your unpopular opinion of Chelsea? Sonny, I know we talked about the defense and stuff, but like, I feel like the defending was schoolboy error. But we have to admit that West Brom looked like prime Barcelona, which is quite crazy though, because they've looked like horse shit all season. And Sonny, there's a comment here. I think Sonny forgot Liverpool drew with West Brom.
We did.
Anything to say on that?
I mean, once again, I can't give my opinion. I can only give facts. And the fact is we did draw West Brom.
But you're only as good as your last game, though, Sonny. Right?
Exactly. There we go. 3-0.
Hold tight the 3-point collectors. Oh, Sonny, spot me, man.
You're only as good as your last game, Sakai. What was your last game? Oh, yeah, that's it.
So no, hold tight then, man. Okay, we've got Abdi. Okay. Hello, Abdi.
Yo.
How you doing, man? Welcome to the Unpopular Opinions. You are the very first caller ever to our show. Chelsea got baggied, my friend. Unpopular opinion about Chelsea.
Oh, I'm supposed to have an unpopular opinion about my club. I don't know why people make it out as like I know it's a bad result. Obviously, we lost 5-2 at home, but people are making out like Tuchel's a clown or something. Like he's this overrated manager. People need to remember we were about 10 points away from the top 4 when he came in, and he's come in. We should even be speaking about top 4 before this guy came in. The mess that Lampard put us through. But the fact that he's got
your legend. Let's rephrase that. Your legend put you.
Your legend, yes.
Legend, the player, not manager. He's not. A legend.
Okay. Carry on.
Yeah. So we lost yesterday because of our
battered yesterday.
You can use battered, beaten. Not really much of a difference. So we lost yesterday. Like I noticed because of our defensive, like our organization.
Yeah.
I actually noticed that as Aspilicueta, obviously, he's not really much of a leader. What we've had in John Terry. If John Terry was on that pitch, he would have actually organized us well. But I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with Aspi. He's not vocal. He's like, do you get what I mean?
It's because he's not a great player, though.
Would you say?
Oh, I'm not being funny. Aspilicueta is not a great player, not anymore.
Oh, he's obviously not a great player, but he has the experience in the bank. He's been there 8 years?
Yeah, but the experience though never really helped you against West Brom, though, did it? Do you know what I mean? That's not even me trolling. Do you know what? Like, God's honest truth, Abdi, I hear what you're saying, mate. Right? I do hear what you're saying and stuff, but I just think at 1-0 up, 10 men down, okay. Tuchel's got to say something, be like, oi, let's see to half time. But the way you guys are playing, like Sonny says, it's only West Brom. And then obviously West Brom are thinking they're a man down. So, I mean, who do you blame for the result, Abdi?
Some of it has to go to Tuchel. I just can't blame the players. Like, mainly, I don't think he should have started Zuma yesterday. Zuma has no positional awareness. If you saw yesterday how many times he let his man go behind him. Like you saw for the first goal when the goalkeeper assisted, what's his name again? The striker.
Oh, Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson. That he should not have been allowed to get that. But you see Zuma, he always ball watches.
Is it true that he's got 5 Premier League goals and all against Chelsea?
Yep, I can't believe it.
My life.
Wow. It must like the colour blue, right?
29% of their goals have come against us this season. Can you believe that?
That's ridiculous.
So talk to me, right, Abdi? As I said, thanks for coming on and having your review, right? But talk to me. Unpopular opinion. What is your unpopular opinion on Chelsea right now?
Oh, unpopular opinion on Chelsea right now. I think you guys don't have to think this. I think we'll get 3rd.
Wow. Okay. On what evidence?
If you see, so this is what, game week 30?
About that, yeah.
Yeah,
there's only 8 games left, yeah.
Yeah, you saw on Neeks' Twitter, I noticed we're similar. We were 5 points off Leicester this time last year. I don't think, obviously Leicester are a great team. You've seen what they've done in the past, 5-6 years? Yep. I just don't think that Brendan Rodgers has it in him to see out for the rest of this season.
Which is a good point because historically they have obviously crumbled at the last hurdle and struggled. Yeah. Okay. But, I mean, it's a damning result though. Okay. It's a damning result, the loss against Chelsea, right? And for me, for the loss against West Brom, sorry. But 3rd, I suppose it is unpopular opinion. I've asked you a question, you've answered it. Sonny, what's your thoughts on that?
I agree. I think Leicester's injuries and everything going on doesn't help them. Brendan Rodgers, as you just said, he's not a bottler, but if there's someone out of that top 4, top 6 or whatever who is gonna drop down the most places, for me it'd be Leicester. So Man United, Man City are staying there. Leicester for me they're like I said, most likely out of the top 6 teams to drop down a bit. And Chelsea, they just got battered by West Brom, but they're not really gonna go and like drop out of the top 4, are they?
We've just got to see. You see, yesterday the news came out with Rudiger and Kepa having a sort of bust up in training.
I know,
is that true?
That happens every training. Come on,
Yeah, but
has
if
come on.
If you know the history of Rudiger and Kepa, they do not react to losses. So the fact that they are reacting to this loss and like not shrugging it off like they always used to back in these past 2-3 years, I see this as a reaction. So we just got to see how we react in the Porto game, I suppose.
I think the Porto game's a different scenario, isn't it? It's Champions League.
Yes, one of
European football. It's, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what? Me and Sonny are having fun here, but I mean, I think realistically, Chelsea bounce back, don't they? You know,
if we're talking about against Porto or in the league,
I think in the league, Porto, I mean, like Abdi said, like bounce back and stuff, carry on. But like Porto will be looking at that game and thinking we can get at them. You know, 100%. And I think some Chelsea fans will be a bit worried or a bit agitated because West Brom made it look easy, really easy. You know, okay, 10 men down, but we've seen 10 men go out and dominate.
We've got Man City the weekend as well.
You got Man City at the weekend?
Yeah, the FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Oh, in the
FA Cup. Well, do you know what? Actually, who do I dislike both your clubs. I don't want City to win the quadruple. But I don't want Chelsea to win it's a tough one.
I want Chelsea to win that. I'm sick of City, man. I'm sick of them.
100%. Okay, so yeah, sorry, Sonny, I cut you off talking about when you were talking about like Wolves. Oh wow, still 2-0. Okay, Abdi, listen, thanks very much for coming on, man. Actually, do you know what? It's up to you. Would you like to stay on for the show?
I don't mind staying. Yeah. If it's right with you guys.
Yes, Arsenal. Yeah, 100%. So, Abdi, do you know what? You are the Chelsea fan here. Okay. So we've dissected the game. We've got to halftime. Okay. What were you thinking?
I just thought we were just going to see the game. Like, we were just going to see it out. Get a cheeky 1-0 dip and then go on to the next game. How wrong was I, man? Oh, my God.
Sonny?
Yeah.
Halftime, what were you thinking?
Well, for me, Chelsea had to change something, whether that's like a player, whether it's a style of play, because the way they played in that second half, they were getting abused on the counter-attack. Like, they were getting ripped open. Like, nothing changed. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be pissed off to the most because West Brom just kept on counter-attack. They missed chances as well, and if you keep doing that, they're gonna take goals eventually. So, for like I said a minute ago, I could see it coming. I don't know what Tuchel was thinking.
You know what a player I want to talk to you guys about?
Okay,
is N'Golo Kante. What's going on? Oh my goodness. 3-0 West Ham. Jesse Lingard with the assist.
Oh my God.
Jesse Lingard? What?
He was always a confidence thing with that guy. He was always a confidence thing.
Confidence, man. Wow. Anyway, that's bad for Chelsea fans, by the way.
Very bad, man.
That's bad for
Very bad for Chelsea fans. Sorry. Carry on talking, guys. I can't believe what I just saw.
But you're just talking about Kante.
Yeah, Kante, beg your pardon. Yeah. What's going on with Kante at Chelsea? You know, people still think he's the best defensive midfielder in his position. I don't agree anymore. I think he was. I think he was a couple years ago.
It all happened when Sorry came in and then he played him as an attacking 8.
That was stupid.
Like he just says Kante does not have the what did he say, the awareness to be a DM.
Yeah,
you could have played him in a pivot. Like we haven't seen the best of Kante like since Matic was here.
So my opinion, I think he's still one of your best midfielders.
Of course, he's our best midfielder.
I'm putting it out there. Unpopular opinion, I actually think he's your best midfielder. I know people can say Jorginho, people say Kovacic, but in my opinion, I actually think for his job, what he does, what he brings to the team, he's your best midfielder. And I struggle when I think, why is he being treated like this?
I said he was finished a couple months ago, to be fair.
Lampard had you thinking that. He made us all think that he couldn't play with Jorginho, Kovacic. It's like he played him as a Makelele, just sitting in front of the back four. But he does not have like the passing range to be like a lone DM like Fabinho has. That's what I really rate Fabinho.
So what does Kante do at the end of the season, Abdi?
So there was talks of him going back to Inter Milan, but not going back to Inter Milan, but like reuniting with Conte. But I don't really see that happening with their financial struggles now. They've got to sell all their players. Then there was like also reports that he's kind of unsettled at the club since like there's like a lot of outgoings and ingoings since he's been here.
Yeah,
I think he's actually going to stay. I think yeah, he's a very nice guy, as you guys know. I don't think he'll want to like cause any trouble in the dressing room.
Okay, surely Tuchel would want him to stay as well.
Oh yeah, Tuchel wanted him for like ever since he was at PSG.
Yeah,
he's really liked him.
So, but like, at whose expense? Because you've got the young Billy. What's his name?
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore. Yeah. You know, does he not? You know, put a dampen on Gilmore's progress?
Nah, Gilmore's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's living off that Liverpool game. Like people are saying we could play him constantly. Like there are people saying we should have played him like in the West Brom game, and we wouldn't have noticed a difference. But I'm not saying he's overrated, but he's kind of overhyped by our fan base. If you get what I mean.
Okay. Please make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So I'll be looking forward to your opinions on the Chelsea podcast. Right, so we've got to talk about Zuma because I think this guy splits the fan base so much. I see the tweets from Mayowa and Anita, Jem, and I talked to Monster about it. Monster, yeah, it seems to be split. What's your thoughts on it? What's your unpopular opinion on? In fact, Sonny, I'll come to you. Popular opinion on Kurt Zuma. Is he the Desai that the Chelsea fans desire to? Or is he just a poor man's Desai?
I always thought this guy was very young. He's 26 years of age. As soon as I seen that, I was like, 26, look, it's not old for a centre-back, but you're not the next big thing at 26. So he's not that good, is he? For me, he's average. He's no way in Tuchel's long-term plan, if there's a long-term plan. Zuma is probably one of the most mistake-prone out of the defenders at Chelsea. He sure, Abdi, does he fill you with confidence? Because if I was a Chelsea fan, when I'm trying to watch this guy play, I don't know what he's good at.
So he was very good like about 4 years ago before he got that very big injury against Manchester United in the FA Cup when he done something like, do you remember when he landed wrong on in?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't been the same since. Hence why he's been going on loan to like Stoke, Everton, clubs like that.
Stoke. Sorry, carry on, Abdi.
Yeah, as I was saying,
the next Dasai, by the way, yeah, Stoke.
He can't play.
Sorry.
He's very rash, very rash. I haven't seen a more rash centre back than him. He doesn't know what to do when he's under pressure. I'll give him credit. At the start of the season, he looked like the Premier League's best centre back, like with all those goals and stuff. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling that Tuchel's going to sell him. He will be moved on.
3-1 Wolves. I think about Zuma. Yeah, I actually think he's one of the best defenders.
As a defender, he's very good.
Don't make me laugh, man.
As a defender, but as he's very good.
Popular opinion, I think Rudiger is one of the best defenders at Chelsea right now. Now, one of them. He's not he's one of them.
The thing people don't understand about Rudiger, he is a very good centre back. When he came in 17-18, I really, really liked him. But then when Sarri came, like we got thrashed 6-0 by Manchester City.
But that's not an embarrassment, though, is it?
Yes, it is. Of course, it is.
Is it an embarrassment to lose to Man City?
Yes, because that game actually meant something. It wasn't like Chelsea. It wasn't like the last game of the season where the position is cemented. That was like last 2 months of the season. I was watching that game hoping Chelsea would do something so we could win the league, and they got battered 6-0.
And I remember
feel free to come in whenever.
I remember the back end of last season. Do you guys remember the West Ham game when we capitulated when Yarmolenko scored that last minute goal?
Yeah.
Rudiger just cannot play in a back four.
Why can you not play in a back four though? Why can you not play in a back four, Rudiger? Because I see this like when he was playing. Was it not last season that he played all right?
No,
playing
he was
not
very
bad.
bad last season.
Was it last season? No, I'm sure, but he kept playing. He done all right last season.
His best season for us was when Conte was here back in 17-18 when he played in the back three with Christensen as the cutter.
So are you saying that the defenders you have at the moment can only play in a back three?
Him and Christensen are the only two that has to play in the back three.
Is that not long term then, that whole back three thing?
I imagine that Tuchel wants to get some defenders of his own in the summer. Like, we've been linked with guys like Nicolas Sule, for example. I don't want him. I do not want him.
I don't know. You know, I don't really know. But that's fine. Because like today's subject is Chelsea. I think we need to talk about the goal scoring sensation of Timo Werner. Boy, guys, 50 million
down the drain.
It would have been more if he didn't have a release clause. 18 to 90 million would have paid for him if he didn't have that release clause.
You guys would have paid that as well, foolishly. Right, do you know, okay, I say foolishly, but hindsight's a good thing, right? What's going on? I love the way Tuchel defended him, you know, how he stood up for him, which was very good, very illustrated. It was very animated as well, his analogy. So
he wouldn't get defended in my team. This guy would piss me off.
I think he needs to sit on the bench for a good couple of games. Literally. But do you know why? And I'll back it up. I think you're not scoring. So, you know, everyone else can run with pace, dribble, but you're not scoring. I got you here to score goals.
With Werner, for me, it's just, I think he's way too affected by his confidence. I think when he hasn't got confidence, because we've seen him in the Bundesliga with it, when he hasn't got it, I think it affects him far too much, like more than most players. And as a player, you can't do that because you're always going to have those times where you're not the highest on confidence. You can't let that affect you as much as it is. So 100%. It's not like Timo Werner's a bad player where he's going to miss chances every game. I know he does do that, but he showed us in the Bundesliga that he can score goals. I just think he's going to affect it badly. Yeah, no, that was poor, that miss.
That was you know what I mean? It was a sniper, isn't it? Like,
oh my god, how have you missed that?
Abdi, how did he miss that?
I have no answers for that, man. No answers at all. But the thing about Werner is very funny. We do not play good without him. When he plays with us,
yeah,
we actually play better. And he's been
whatever. Play better with him.
Yeah. So what? Abdi, carry on.
Look. Prime example in the Manchester United game, we really needed Werner to run behind Maguire and Lindelof. I don't think Giroud was like. You obviously understand Giroud starting, but I think Werner should have started behind him too.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? Like, from what I've seen, my observation is that the way Chelsea's set, you need a big centre forward because Giroud is just perfect, isn't he? He's not Drogba, he's not Costa, okay. But the way you've got your, I call them the runners, Werner, Pulisic. You need someone to hold it up. And play off and bounce it off, you know, come in, take it out, give it, receive it, and so on. And obviously, when you've got someone who can cross like Ziyech and Reece James, target man helps, you know.
Yeah.
But I think like Chelsea's number 9 has never really been the same since Costa.
Yeah.
Honest to God, like I think until you get someone with that character, bullishness, you know, like I dare say Costa was an upgrade on Drogba.
Come on, man. Come on.
Listen,
why is that not your unpopular opinion, man?
That's a bit too far, Bobz. Come on, man.
Do you know why I'm saying that, right? It's just because, okay, you can if you look at the team Drogba played in, right? And then you look at the team that Costa played in. In that team, there was only a few players, when they won the league, there was only a few players that actually done really well in the Costa team. But Costa was just, do you know what it is, yeah? It's just his attitude, like the bullishness.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to fight with people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't really get that in football these days.
No, that's what I'm saying. And like, we don't listen, Drogba was absolutely world class. Do you know what I mean? Drogba was, I think, one of the reasons why team started playing with one striker, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he started that era, but like you knew when Drogba would play up front on his own, and he was a handful. But Costa was just like a different man, like an absolute animal. And obviously, listen, I don't care what anyone says as a football fan, you can't hate him. Literally, you can't hate him. You know, and I think he was an upgrade, man. Because if you look at the characters Drogba had in the team, he had Terry, Carvalho, Essien, McLeary, Lampard, Drogba. Do you know what I mean? Costa's team didn't have that.
Is what you're trying to say? You take Costa over Drogba?
Oh, mate.
I mean, let me put in different words for you.
I'd consider it. I have to be honest. I would consider it.
No,
because Drogba didn't score that many goals. We need to remember that.
Yeah, but he
only
had two 20 goals a season, 20 goal seasons. People in the panel, people in the comments, if you correct me, Abdi, he only scored 20 goals twice, right?
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? And yeah, I just think so. I mean, who'd you pick, Costa or who'd you pick, Costa or Drogba?
Drogba.
Why?
Finals, man, important goals. Even if you're not like bagging like 40, 30 a season, you're still getting the most important goals. It's not this guy for people who love the eye test. Scored very good goals as well.
Yeah. The thing about Costa that no one talks about is that he was a very good striker, but he was only like fire for like 4 months, and he'll disappear after January.
See, like, okay, I see the comments, guys. Everyone's saying clutch. You know, Drogba was the epitome of clutch. Yeah, Drogba scored goals in the final.
Starting to look a bit silly now, Bobz, aren't you?
Yeah, listen, unpopular opinion, mate. Unpopular opinion. I just think do you know what it is like? As a Man U fan, right? I remember Drogba, and I hated when Drogba played against us because he was always going to score. It was just, you know, when he scored, it was just like, obviously, like, get out, like, you know what I mean? But Costa really, really bugged me. Like, so, do you know when a player really, really bugs you, you really respect them because it's like you want them to play bad. Yeah, they're that good. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. Just though. But listen, I love Drogba. Like, you know, I love that the final game he had that he won the Champions League for Chelsea. Obviously, look, he's another African player as well, so you know they'll get my vote. But like, yeah, I don't know. Do you know what? For animation, I think I preferred Costa. And that's saying a lot because Drogba enjoyed going swimming a few times in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Both similar in different ways, if you get that. Similar in different ways. I think Costa was just a personality on a different level.
Yeah, I love that. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's all there's no like
too professional.
Yeah, it's too PC now. It's just like, oh, it's a colleague. No, he doesn't play in your team. So if you need to hurt him to win a game, that's what you do.
And that's what those players done back in the day.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like now, I mean, is there a Costa-esque kind of striker in the Premier League right now?
You could say Richarlison.
He's not really like that. He's just a bit of
like that, though, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, not built, but he has a personality.
He's just more of a kid that like everyone hates. I'm not. This isn't me saying because I hate him. He's more of a like no one's scared of Richarlison like there was of Diego Costa.
The Menace, right? You know what I mean? Like he's cheeky. He's cheeky with it. He wants to talk.
Just a bit of a twat.
But he probably won't go the walk when you knew Costa was already there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Jimenez. I don't know.
Jimenez ain't like that, man. Jimenez ain't.
No, I don't think Jimenez is like that at all. Shout out to everyone in the cup. Please make you drop a like. Costa is a player you'd love to have, but hates players. Exactly. But like, do you know, like, and he could finish as well. To be fair to him,
he's a good player. It's not like he only had the personality. He was a very good player.
He was a very good player, 100%. JB, I hate Costa. Such a dirty, nasty player. Was good, like Luis Suarez.
Suarez a bit more of a scumbag.
Do you know what? Listen, Suarez is a scumbag, but Suarez was just
mad,
unbelievable player.
Would you say it's Zlatan's the two?
Yeah,
Zlatan.
He's a bit arrogant. You saw this thing with Lukaku, like the other month, didn't you?
Do you know what I wanted? When Lukaku was at Man United, I wanted Lukaku to be Costa. You know, like intimidate the defenders, just be an absolute menace. Like obviously score goals and stuff, but just be a presence. Do you know what I mean? Like I go back to like the Duncan Ferguson and Alan Shearers when they went up for a corner. You know what I mean? You had to do a lot to beat them in the air. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like if they want to go for that ball, even flipping, I'm going back now. Kevin Davies. You guys might be a bit too young to remember that, but he was a good striker. Couple more minutes left, guys. Last thing on Chelsea you want to mention, Sonny, before we wrap up?
That if they get Haaland, it's time. It's time to move sport.
Sonny, I want to ask something, by the way.
Yeah?
But Abdi, just before you go, let me read out this comment from Jacob, please. I just prefer Drogba as an out-and-out striker. More pace, elegance, better position as a focal point. Costa was more much of a link-up player towards tiki-taka, so Drogba is old school. Very good point. I don't have a reply to that because I actually agree with what you just said.
Facts, innit? Yeah.
I think like what Shiro Pongo just said here, or I hope I pronounced that right. It's just that he was aggressive, physical, but do you know what I mean? Like, I just love the animation. Like, do you remember when Gattuso for AC Milan used to be like, come on? Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Abdi, go ahead, man. Wrap it up. Go for it.
I just want to ask Sonny what we said earlier about Hazard. You're not really scared of him. I don't understand why.
What do you mean? Of course I'm not scared of this guy. Where has he been for the last 18 months, man?
Come on, man. You know the meaning. Form is temporary. Class is permanent.
Class is permanent. Not when you've gone 18 months without class, it ain't.
You do know he has a new Belgian doctor. He sacked those like.
Wait, Abdi.
That new Belgian doctor ain't helping him get any better football.
Doctor?
No,
where
because
from?
Before he got this Belgian doctor, he was under the Real Madrid medical team, and you know how crap they are.
For me about Hazard, I think I said this earlier. I think when he moved to Real Madrid, he knew what was going to happen. I think he moved to Real Madrid so he could not relax, but I think he wanted to step it down in his career a bit. I think what was going on with Chelsea, he was that man every single game he plays. I don't think he wanted that for the rest of his career. Like, you know, when you just want to lie down and relax. You know, I'm not saying Hazard wanted to do that. I think he just wanted to take a step down. And
so you want the responsibility, Sonny.
Yeah, innit? Yeah, and when he went to Real Madrid, there's literal evidence that he started eating more, he started gaining weight. There was literal evidence that he gained weight. Real Madrid came out and said it during last lockdown. So the way he's living his life and the way that he's going about things, I think we knew what was going to happen. I think he knew what was going to happen. That's why I'm saying, look, last 18 months with him doing zero on a football pitch, contributing to none of Real Madrid's success, I think he scored 2 goals for them. There's no way that I can be scared about Hazard.
Abdi, wrap it up.
You talk about him knowing that he would he would go to Real Madrid and kind of relax. He wanted to go to Real Madrid ever since he was 8 years old. That was his dream move. And you also do that. He was talking about he hasn't achieved what his ability showed. What do you mean by that?
What, Real Madrid?
No, even at Chelsea.
Oh yeah, I didn't get into that. I didn't get into that. I didn't get into it. That was them other lot. I didn't even speak about that.
Wait, you actually think that Salah's better than Hazard, in his prime?
In their prime, well, Salah will score more goals in his prime. He'll probably contribute more in his prime. So
I wouldn't say that, man. I
think he would, because there's evidence in it. They both have their primes, and if we're looking statistically, I know it's a bit unfair to just say statistically, but Salah's prime is record breaking.
Can you argue that Hazard offers more than Salah on a football pitch?
Yeah, no, of course you could, because for me, Hazard's a better player than Salah, on a football pitch. But in terms of the outcome and the result at the end of the day, I think Salah's going to help you more.
Would Salah have contributed to that many goals in our defensive-minded Chelsea teams like Hazard did?
No, he wouldn't have, no.
All right, then.
But I don't think Hazard would do what Salah's done.
That's the
He'd do very good, but I don't think he'd do what Salah's done. Salah's done numbers at Liverpool, up there with the best ever.
And Hazard's carried Chelsea.
He has carried Chelsea, but look, it's roles reversed. For me, it's obviously a debate. I'm not going to sit in and say that they shouldn't be compared. I just think Salah's pure energy. Give it a rest. Salah's pure energy.
Come on, man.
Okay, guys. Before we wrap up here, I want to answer Shilo Pongo's question here. Bitz and Bobz, if Chelsea get Haaland, do you think we win the league? I think you'll be one of the favourites, and Monster, my friend, will be able to come out and say, "Pray for the rivals" again.
No, he can't. Man City will still run away with it. Still run away.
Yeah, I think Haaland would show the intent to win the league. However, Man City will still take some stopping. Jacob says, "I love a passion merchant. I'm a passion merchant all day." Vibes, I see. If Chelsea don't get Haaland, they should try and get the better striker who's winning nothing. Listen, Harry Kane. Oh,
we can't get into that now. Would be
we're not going to
too long.
Sonny, what's your agenda against Hazard, man? If it wasn't for injuries, you'd be up there with Neymar.
Yeah, but guess what? We can't live in this world where there's no injuries. He has the injuries. I can't judge him without the injuries because he's had the injuries.
There you go. Listen, everyone. Love for joining me and Sonny. This is our Monday night show. Unpopular Opinions. We pick a game or a club and we talk about them. Also, guys, Sonny obviously has a YouTube channel. So, Sonny, if you please let the guys know. The link is in the description, but Sonny, if you tell them where they can find you and your socials.
Yeah, good show. The Liverpool Addiction on YouTube, LFC Sonny on Twitter and Instagram. Go do that up as well as Abdi and Bob's stuff there as well.
And listen, tomorrow for the Chelsea fans and also football fans as well. Chelsea Corn on the Cobham is the new Chelsea podcast. Corn on the Cobham. A little bit of wet there. At 7:00 tomorrow, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. there will be a Chelsea podcast on this channel, and I will have some of your favorite Chelsea YouTubers on. Very fortunate I can call them friends, and yeah. They're going to be the content, man, and hopefully we can have a good discussion, looking to get people involved and stuff. Abdi, big up to you, man. Thanks for joining us. Would you like to tell everyone your socials as well, where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at gwax24.
Big up to you. And I hope you've all subscribed to Sonny's channel. Yes, and this is it. Yeah, so what? It's your boy Bitz and Bobz. Good night. Have a good week and happy Easter, everyone.